through a period of crisis, of financial crises in the States and Europe. Here in Argentina, where there's got conditions of high inflation. It's a very turbulent, changing world. A lot of people might be put off by this context. What advice would you give to people in this environment who maybe have an idea, but they're unsure about whether to follow it or not?
So again, if you do that low-cost test, you can pursue that business while still maintaining your job, at least in the early phases. And you'll find that most entrepreneurs will continue at their day job, and then on weekends and nights, they'll really push the business as far as they can go. And then they'll reach an inflection point where their business is requiring too much of their time to continue to maintain the personal job. But hopefully at that point, you see a clear path to survival and ultimate success, because you've done some early work to prove that, to disprove some of the potential risks.
Okay. So yeah, basically it's a question of managing your time.
Absolutely. And that's true with all business. Even if you continue down that corporate path, you need to manage your time. Most people who manage your time will tend to rise up that ladder on the corporate version much quicker than those who don't. Same thing in entrepreneurship. You have so much bandwidth, and you have to devote your time in the way that's most effective for growing your business.
One of the classic problems, if you like, or issues that entrepreneurial ventures face is perhaps what to do in the second or third phases of the operation. They've gone through the startup phase, they've had some growth, they've achieved some success, the company's gone beyond a back office with 5 people, and maybe you have 100, 200 people working for you, perhaps you're going to expand it abroad. All these bring new challenges. How can the companies, these sort of entrepreneurial companies, maintain what made them successful in the first place?
It's a very important question, and a lot of companies lose that, but it all comes down to the culture. And the culture is driven by the entrepreneur or the CEO. As the founder of the company, you're like a mother duck. You've imprinted that culture onto all the ducklings or employees, and so they will follow your lead. And if you continue to encourage and reward entrepreneurial behavior, the company will remain entrepreneurial. If you continue to, or if you transition and you start rewarding efficiency and lowering costs, you start to lose some of that entrepreneurial behavior.
So it's important that the owners stay hands-on?
It's important that they stay hands-on and that they lead by example, and that they celebrate successes. So, Chris, if you were to pursue a new business line within my business and it didn't work, I can send an important signal by saying, this was really important what Chris did. We really learned a lot. Give Chris a promotion and still pay him a bonus even though it didn't work out. And then others will go, well, it's not so risky to try this because the company understands that some things will work. And as long as I do it in an appropriate way, as long as I try to minimize the potential loss for the company, I can be rewarded even though it doesn't work out.
And maybe looking at larger companies, corporations, we often hear talk of, instead of entrepreneurship, intrapreneurship, which is the idea of promoting similar values of an entrepreneurial startup, but within the context of a much larger organisation. What are some of the keys to promoting values of an entrepreneurship, whether it be lack of barriers to ideas, or the creativity can flow up and down easily through the organisation, experimentation, testing, these kind of things?
Yeah, it's really the same thing. Do you have a strong culture that supports and rewards entrepreneurship? So culture, rewards, communication, and just support for those who are trying to pursue something new. So one of the big difficulties for corporations is that we become specialized in certain areas, and we still have to maintain our level of responsibility in those areas while maybe also trying to advance a new project within the company. Is there a way that I can offload some of your current responsibilities to give you a little bit more time to pursue an interesting opportunity? All those things come to play.
Which companies would you highlight as being, I'm talking about larger companies now, that have managed to have this entrepreneurial spirit within them?
Sure. The classic example is 3M, which basically mandates that employees have 15% of their time devoted to anything that they want to do. And so that is hopefully to create new business ideas. A more current example would be Apple, which has had a strong culture of entrepreneurship from Steve Jobs as a founder that just permeates the whole organization, coming up with those really cool designs, coming up with those disruptive innovations that excite their customer base and excite the employees to work with.
Okay. Coming to the end of our time, Andrew, I'd like to close by maybe getting some of your thoughts on what I recognise is a broad topic, but about how we can promote entrepreneurship in society as a whole. What needs to be done culturally, socially, by governments, institutions, in order to create, in education, to create a society which is more receptive